Specialist Gilmore.
I'm Specialist Brock Bowers, United States Army.
Specialist Hexaw, United States
My name
Army.
is Sheldon Benjamin. I'm currently a Sergeant E5 in the U.S. Army.
Staff Sergeant Wilson.
Staff Sergeant Foy, Genesis.
First Lieutenant David Rush.
And I joined the Army originally to feed my family. I had a good job beforehand, and that dried up, disappeared with the economy crashing. I needed to feed my family, my wife, my kids, keep a roof over their head, clothes on their back, provide them medical care, things like that.
I joined the military, I joined the Army for a better opportunity, for a better future. I didn't want to be like everybody else in my high school, graduate high school, work a part-time or hopefully a full-time job, or maybe a couple part-time jobs, go to school, community college, knock out a class or two at a time. I wanted to join something that was bigger than myself, something that was going to give me a brighter future.
Instead of taking the college route, I decided to join the military for a more stable job, and I'll be able to build on my career from there.
I don't know, I wanted to be in the military because, I don't know, it's a group of tough men that do tough jobs, so why not be physically stronger? Why not do things that people read about or see?
Well, I joined the military for one sole purpose, but to enhance my livelihood when it comes to financial and medical readiness and everything. Before I even joined the military, I was working for Coca-Cola. We didn't have no insurance benefit. We didn't have no medical nor life insurance as well. And to better myself and to leave my community in the aspect of saying I was surrounded by negativity constantly growing up in New York City. I just wanted to change the pace out there. I just wanted a whole new outlook on life. And I felt like the military was going to give me that readiness and prepare me for the next level in my life.
I joined the Army and Forces to a better life for myself and for my family. To break the monotony, the same procedure, day by day. Make a change. I'm not knocking from where no one's from. You can make the best of anything, situation where you're at. And I know sometimes you might do some things you don't want to do to get by. But then there comes a time when you have to make that change, make that next step up. You know what I'm saying? I mean, right now you might be in a position, you might have to do something, but you don't always have to go that route. You can go through that change, a procedure, like I did. I mean, I had to.
That joining the Army was the right thing to do. And what we agreed upon, me and my spouse, was that I would do a 3-year enlistment and one deployment, and then we'll see. If the Army's something we like, then we'll stick it out and find out what happens. And if it's not something that we want to do long term, then I'll do my duty as an able-bodied American and deploy, and then I'll go about my business and go back to post-war.
So decided to join the Army. This part of the benefits that you get. Also always wanted to join the Army, kind of a military family, so figured why not? Did I do it while I was somewhat young? Definitely gave me a lot more discipline, a lot more understanding of why things work, the way things happen. Don't just sit on the sidelines, I'm a lot more active in things that go on around me. Because I realized since I joined the military that a lot of what we do, a lot of our action affects change and things like that. And what we do by acting, we can affect our environment. We can affect things around us. And it's not so much as like, oh, well, it'll never happen, it'll never change. If I do something about it, it will change. I've learned that since I've learned the military. If I want something to change, I have to act on it. I can't wait around for somebody else to do it.
When I was in the civilian world still, small things bother you, or at least me. I wasn't a super patient person. A lot of things bothered me. So coming into the Army, not only did I develop more patience and develop more responsibility, a better work ethic, but I no longer, small things don't really bother me anymore. I'm definitely a better person now because of it. Does that mean the Army's perfect? No, the Army's not perfect, but it's definitely opened up my eyes.
A lot more grateful, and see that the military is as a way to better yourself as a person.
Joining the military definitely changed my point of view on just life. It grows you up as mature. It matures you as a man. You look people in the eyes. You shake people's hands differently. You just walk different. You don't get nervous in certain situations. You get less stressed out. The Army gives you a way of pushing you to do a lot more than you think you're capable of.
Joining the military, I have come in contact with a lot of different races, which I never had growing up. I was just only connected to the African American race. But now I've seen like different aspects of different races, you know what I mean, the tendencies and like the positive aspect of life and everything. I can enjoy, you know, my brothers and sisters when it comes to those wearing the uniform before I joined the military. I didn't know it was gonna be a brotherhood or a sisterhood type deal until I joined the military.
You know, if you're a civilian in a civilian job, when you show up, they expect you to perform. And they're going to offer some basic training, but after that, it's all on you. The Army is unique in that you have several echelons or layers of people that are completely devoted to
The
developing.
schools that you can do, the things you can do in the Army. If you want to be high speed and Hua, if you will, go to Ranger School, or go to dive school, or go to Halo School and jump out of planes so high you have to wear oxygen masks, you can do that. But if you want to go to schools to be for a trade or a skill or things like that, those things are offered in the Army as well. You can go to generator mechanic school. You can go to school to be for like EO. You can go to school for almost anything you could want to do. The Army has a school for, and most often than not, if you just ask to go to those schools, most of the time the chain of command goes, well, we have the funds and you're a good soldier, and we'll put you in for it. So that was a big eye-opener for me. There's a lot of opportunities to learn all kinds of different things in the Army. And if you're lacking in something, there's always a class or something like that they can send you to. And you're getting paid to do it.
I didn't know about them paying for my schooling while I was still active duty. So not only am I working and doing my job here in the Army, but I'm able to go to school after work, and the Army's paying for it 110%. That's big. Depending on for me personally, I'm able to have an associate's degree before I even get out of the Army, and I still have my GI Bill afterwards.
The military has a lot more jobs than just a desk job or a combat-oriented job. They also have a lot of programs for spouses, families, a lot of things I didn't know coming into the military. Pretty much most jobs that they have on the outside, there's a job in the military for it as well.
Schools that show me physically how far I can go and mentally how far I can go. Also, I was big into basketball in high school, so I needed something physical. I wasn't good enough to play on the Army basketball team because those guys were extremely good, and I found out I kind of like fighting or whatever. It's just fun to know how you can manipulate your body and someone else's body in case you're ever in a situation where you have to defend
It's your
yourself.
place to do. It's not something you're doing after work or on your own free time or anything like that. That's just your job. If the Army says you okay, your place to duty is school. Take yourself to school, do good. That's all the Army wants from you. I think that's awesome. There's no other place or institution I know of that would pay you to go to school during the duty day and say this is your place of work, this school.
Dealing with your family, there's benefits for your family like a job, for your spouse. You get first preference.
Do some research on your own, and just about every civilian job that there is, there's a military equivalent. As long as you do your research and you ask the right questions.
I had no idea that Army housing was going to be better than what I grew up with. I came from Hard Kill Projects, you know what I mean? And now, I'm not living in Army housing right now, but at least to substitute that, they give me financially they have given me money to live well above what I used to live.
Now, something that I figured out pretty quickly in the Army when I was PFC Rush was that you can go as far as you want to go, and the Army is a unique platform in that way. You are based and promoted off of potential, not off of your GPA or grades, or if you're from the right neighborhood, if you're from the right part of the country. It's completely irrelevant.
It's not as scary or as frightening as sometimes it may have to be. Everybody's got this idea of what the military is and what the military should be, things like that. And it's not something you're really gonna know what it's like until you experience it. There is gonna be times, there's times in the military where it's not very fun, and there's times when it's the most fun, awesome, coolest thing you've ever done.
It seems like every brand new guy is handed a machine gun instead of knowledge and goes off to go kill someone a lot, and that's not what happens. Knowing that though, you have an opportunity to develop different sets of skills, and there are some MOSs or job types in the Army that offer you a lot of unique training that flows well into other industries.
Well, I would say early is better. Don't wait. A lot of people are like, man, maybe the Army's right for me, or maybe the Marines or the Navy, the Air Force, Coast Guard, whatever. But then they kick the idea around a bit, and 3 years later they either decide not to join, and they're still kind of just getting by, and then by that point they're too old or whatever, or 3 years or 4 years or X amount of years later they finally decide to join, and they're like, what? Why didn't I do this sooner? Don't wait, forever to join. If you have the idea, do your research. You got the internet, you got the library, you have recruiters, which sometimes be careful with that, but they are a resource, and go. I mean, nobody ever got far in life sitting around kicking ideas. They took ideas and they went with it.
Growing up, I didn't think I was going to join the military. I didn't think I would have done some of the things I've done in the military, but I'm proud I made the decision that I made, and I made my parents proud, and I don't regret the decision at all, voluntarily joining the U.S. Army.
Military is for credibility, and I'll say definitely college is for the working know-how knowledge. You put those two together, then you're untouchable. I think a lot of people will kind of get nervous about the whole college thing just because it's out of their comfort element, but it's not hard. It's really not hard. It's going to take a little bit of a learning curve, but if you already joined the military and already signed up for all those years, you can at least sign up for 4 years for yourself, because that's honestly who's it going to affect.
The military gives you so much opportunity when it comes to your life, when it comes to your character, when it comes to everything. Yeah, why not give it a shot? So when it comes to a lot of programs in the Army that people don't even think about, they just thought, they're wearing uniform, they're gonna go to war, they're gonna die, they're gonna do this. But there's so many different aspects of the military that people are not even channeling. I see young brothers and sisters in the hood doing nothing. It's so sad.
Whatever you're going through, the Army's not going to be your total solution to all your problems. It can be a stepping stone or a finishing stone or what you want to do. The biggest thing you have to do is to want it.